Hello and welcome to Field Talk. I am the Field, also known as Field of Bears, here to remind you that socialism always ends in starvation and genocide. Ooh, sorry about being so close to my ugly mug, but tonight, for some reason, the white shot has decided to be acting up because OBS hates me. However, things will be good anyway. Now, those of you who follow Owen Benjamin have no doubt seen the apology he made to Joe Rogan, and some of you might have some criticisms of him for it. However, I want to take this as an opportunity to talk about the mob and apologies. Now, as we've all learned over the past several years, I don't know how many we can call it, but for, I think, well over a decade now, we've noticed this trend of apologizing to a mob and how it doesn't do anything, and why you should never ever do it, because the mob will never be satisfied with your apology. So we know never to apologize to social justice warriors, and never apologize for nonsense. And I think that's a good kind of rule of thumb, a good way to live, a good way to go about your business, is to just, if you haven't done anything wrong, and the mob is howling for you to apologize, just to give them a good old middle finger and continue on your merry way. But, and there's a big but here, everyone makes mistakes. Even people who you think are great have made mistakes, and if you think that you're great, I guarantee you've made several thousand mistakes. Oops. Sorry about that. Looks ugly. And the greater you think you are, the more likely you are to have a long litany of mistakes which you have left languishing in the back of your brain without taking a good look. So what I would say is, yes, it's okay to apologize sometimes. Maybe it's even okay to apologize when there happens to be a mob, but you still never apologize to the mob itself. Ever, ever, ever. Because when you do something wrong, it's pretty much always on a personal level. Someone who you personally know, who you personally mistreated. And so you go to that person and you personally say that you're sorry, that you were mistaken, and you make amends with that person. And if you happen to have made the mistake in a public way, then I think it's incumbent on you to make the apology publicly as well. If you insult someone publicly, then you should apologize for it publicly. But again, that's only if you think that you do owe that person an apology. The mob, you don't owe an apology at all. The mob should and could never make you kneel. Well, it could if you happen to have no spine. But if you think you've done something wrong, then it's okay to apologize. In fact, if you think it's warranted, then it might be incumbent on you to apologize without regard for the mob telling you not to, or the mob telling you you are wrong to have apologized. Sometimes the mob will bay about how wrong you were to apologize to somebody. Now, I won't comment on whether or not Owen actually did owe Joe Rogan an apology, because honestly, he didn't ask me, and he didn't ask you either. It's not our place. It's not our place to be telling someone whether or not they owe another person an apology. That's between those two people. If it just happens to be in public because the entire thing went down in a very public way, and the making amends needs to also be public, that isn't the same as being invited to tell those people how to handle their dispute. That isn't the same as saying you can't have an opinion on it. Of course you can. But that doesn't mean your opinion is going to be taken seriously. Least of all by the people who you're criticizing. Because again, this is something that's on a personal level. And so, when it comes to the mob, equally, never ever apologize to the mob. Ever. At all, ever. Never. However, don't let the mob prevent you from apologizing either. Don't let the mob prevent you from doing the right thing. In either direction. If you need to apologize in order to continue treating someone properly, then the mob doesn't get a say. End of story. Period. There we go. And that's all I've got to say about the apology. If Robot Bear's still here, keep for coming. And the other few of you who are watching live, I would love to hear what you have to say on the subject. And I know that some of my main dudes are still currently in a call, and I don't know if they came to watch the show because the call was really good. So that's all I've got to say about that, honestly. And I can call this a short video as well, if no one else has anything to add. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing when you come up with something that's really clear. And you've said all you need to say rather quickly, I think. I'll keep this one concise. Now, since you're most likely watching this on replay, if you liked the video, please go ahead and hit the like button. And subscribe for more. Hit the bell if you want to be notified. The links to the following places are in the description below this video. And have a great night, and never forget that socialism always ends in starvation and genocide.